And today we're going to be comparing the Runt 20 against the PT20 by Friedman amps. Now the Runt 20 is the newer of the two, and there's a couple things that they have in common. They're about the same size, they put out about the same wattage, 20 watts, they weigh about the same, and they generally have a close to each other's sound. Now that's where it kind of stops. After that they're a lot different. The Runt has a lot of features the PT doesn't. It has a presence control where the PT doesn't. It has a clean channel where the PT doesn't, and it has the ability to interface either with a PA system or a direct recording interface by running a line out, and it has a speaker emulator built in that doesn't require the amp to be plugged into its actual cabinet. So with more features and less money, it makes you wonder what's different. They're both made in the USA. The big difference, of course, the PT is hand wired, and this is a printed circuit board. So in other words, this is hand wired. So that costs more, it takes more time to make. So that is going to be the main difference. So let's see if we can hear a difference. Now we can't compare the clean channels on this, so we won't. Right now I have the EQ on both these set straight up at 12 o'clock. I'm going to run the presence on this, it's straight up at 12 o'clock even though the PT doesn't have one. And I'm going to run the gains at 12 o'clock as well, so we can get a general idea. Now they're both running through a radial system that allows me to run them to the same exact cabinet. They're running through a 412 Marshall cabinet. So they're going to be sharing this cabinet, and we'll toggle between the two. I'm running my Stratocaster with my Pete Thornbuckers that are kind of low output pickups, so it's great because they won't color the sound too much by pushing the amps hard. We're going to start with the PT20. So here it is with the gain halfway. This is what you get. Okay, so we'll go to the Runt. Now we switch to the Runt, same lick. Now massively, you're probably hearing what I'm hearing, is this is a lot brighter, and maybe through the video it might even sound crisper, and that's mostly the presence control. It's a big deal. If we take that presence control to 0, now I'll A/B the 2. Here's the Runt 20. Now with the PT20, the bottom one. Now the PT20 to me has a nasal quality. It gives it more punch, but it also makes it kind of sound a little mid-heavy. Right, you get that chord? Now the Runt 20, PT20, Runt 20. Now let's go ahead and dime them. Now the first thing I want to explain to you is that the PT20 is a lot noisier. It has a slightly more gain when the gain is turned up, and it has more noise. So I'm going to do the Runt first and not turn this up yet because it's going to hiss and you're going to hear that, and we'll show that in a second. So let's see where I think the PT really wins. It's in the leads. The lead tone on the PT is just amazing. So let's go ahead and play something with the PT, and then I'll switch to the Runt. Without a doubt, the Runt is a little thinner. A little bit more shrill, just a little bit, but really thin compared to the PT. I really feel like it's got a cock kind of wah sound. I really like that. Here with the Runt. Yeah, it's forced. I'm really working harder, and I don't know if you can hear that, but without a doubt, playing, I'm working much harder to get the same sound out of the Runt. Now here's the PT. I mean, it's literally less physical force I have to exert to get those strings really sustaining. Now with the Runt again. See, it was even that lick was hard. It doesn't come alive. Here's the PT again. Yeah, because you just feel like you can hold those notes. So now what we're going to do is switch to the single coil mode on my Strat. We're in the neck pickup, and we're going to hear how a single coil sounds through both amps. We'll start with the PT. One thing for sure, the PT has a bigger, fatter note. It's a little bit more pronounced. There's more mids. I can feel the speaker moving. There's a lot of pleasant things about it. However, I think the Runt sounds a little clearer, less muddy. Now, last I want to show you how they clean up. Now, we're going to run the amps, like I said before. We're not going to take them to 10 or all the way to full blast. We'll take them to like 3 o'clock. We're going to start with the Runt, and what we're going to do is we're going to just go to a humbucker on the neck, and we're going to roll the volume and clean it up. So that's about as clean as it gets. Anything after that, not only does your volume cut off, it just gets too thin to play. So now you got it. Okay, here's the PT20. Without a doubt, the PT sounds a little fuller and louder when rolled back. I actually prefer the sound of the Runt when the volume is dialed back. It's got more of a jangly kind of versus the PT. My personal opinion is real easy. I prefer the PT20 to the Runt and the way it sounds. I just do. When I'm playing them, especially not A-B'ing them, I really just enjoy immediately playing the PT. As soon as you plug in, you're just like immediately get a great tone. I love it. I love playing it. However, if I could only have one amp, in other words, pick one of these two amps and that's my only amp, I would always pick the Runt. The Runt has so many features and there's nothing bad about it. In fact, like I said, it's not a good or bad amp. It's just good in a slightly different way. So if that helps, realistically, if you're looking at one of these amps, what I would suggest to you is this. If you're looking for that great Marshall, high-end, kind of boutique, just really great tone, every time you play it, you're just going to have a great time, the PT is probably for you. But if you're looking for a really versatile amp, an amp that's actually going to be a workhorse for you or do a lot of things for you, the Runt. So that's my suggestions if that helps. And as always, I want to thank you for spending some time with me today. And until next time, know your gear.